What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jordan, and today I'm going to do another deck profile for you today, post Phantom Nightmare. I haven't done one in a while, so I'm going to go and do one for you. I'm playing the Plunder engine again, but this time, as on my previous video when I did this, I was going to do another engine. This engine is Runick, so this is Runick Plunder. Oh, and you guys dig the mat? I got this off of eBay. This is a Calco's Chaos Dual Disc mat. On the back, it's the classic dual disc mat. I thought it was pretty good, pretty cool. It brought back nostalgia as someone who grew up in watching the OG Yu-Gi-Oh! But anyways, I'm going off track. So I'm going to do a deck profile off of Runick Plunder. We're going to start off with the main deck. The main deck is, I believe, 42 cards. So let's go ahead and get right into it. The Plunder engine is standard, but it's smaller now. But the three starters are still the same. You still have your 3 Whitebeard, and you still have your 3 Golden Hair. Your main tuners of the deck. You need to see 3. You see one of these in your opening hand, kind of go off from there. I'm running 2 Black Eyes, 1 Blue Beard, and 1 Red Beard. So in my other build, I was running 3 Black Eyes, 2 Blue Beard, and 1 Red Beard. And we have the Field Spell, 1 Plunder Shipyard, and then 1 Booty. It's a smaller engine. I want to see more Runick. But this is here to kind of control, tag out, recur, bounce back, this, that, and the third, Plunder shenanigans. I recently added Booty into this because it gives me more recursion. And with the currently as the fire format and such like that, I need a way to change my monster's attributes to kind of go off. So I added Plunder Patrol Booty in here. Not only the fact that it allows me to change, it allows me to recur a Plunder on each turn. So it helps with Black Eyes to recur too. But this is the small engine of Plunder. Now we're going to go on into the Runick engine. Obvious is 2 Runick Fountain, 3 Runick Tip. You have your 3 Flashing Fire. You have your 3 Destruction, your 3 Freezing Curses, and your 3 Slumber. I was running one Dispelling, 1 Smiting Storm. I took 1 Slumber out. But Smiting Storm did do a lot more because it allows me to banish top cards on my opponent's library for every card that they control. So if you have a full board, I'm going to banish like 10 or 11 cards off the top of your library. And it helps. I feel like, in my personal opinion, if they don't hit Runick in the next upcoming ban list, this possibly is going to drop this month before YCS Raleigh in 12 days. It's probably going to drop right after Legacy of Destruction. But my personal opinion, if you're going to hit Runick, at least hit tip to like, sorry for the glare, guys. Hit tip to 1. It's still consistent. It still will play. If you hit tip to 1, then I'll just add Dispelling and Smiting Storm to kind of make up for the difference. But it won't ruin the deck. You just won't be able to search. But I mean, that's my personal opinion. So that's the whole Runick engine. I'm running 1 card scanner. This comes up a lot to where once I recycle my Runick spells from off of Runick Fountain, I drop this and then I get back one of the spells that I played after I rearrange it. So if I play cards like Curses, Destruction, and Tip, I rather see Tip first. Card Scanner. So for those who don't know what Card Scanner does, Card Scanner allows you to, once per turn, declare a type, and each player will reveal the bottom card of their deck. If it's the declared type, you put it in your hand. Otherwise, you put it on top. With me playing such a heavy spell deck, It kind of works for me. I get back the cards I recycled and just save it for like next turn. This won me a few matches where I just got back like got back freezing curses for next turn. Such a good card. And the spice card that makes this deck really good, and it throws off my opponent to the reason why I chose this tech card for the main deck. I've won games where it's like go through time, or this deck doesn't do a lot of attacking anyways, it's more control. But I run 3 copies of DD Dynamite. Such a stupid OG card. This allows your opponent to lose 300 life for every banished card they have in their banish pile. So if they're playing like Goaty, or you banish quite a good bit and you're trying to stall for time, I would flip this on my opponent and they will just lose 300 for each card. Sometimes I'll flip 2 to see if I can kill them before they can kill me. Before, like, let's say battle phase. Before battle phase, we'll go ahead and flip summon both DD Dynamite, and you'll lose 600 for each card in your banish pile. This is such a stupid card. Not a lot of people are expecting DD Dynamite in like a Runick deck, but if you are a Runick player, I would advise maybe looking into this. I enjoy it. So, one of my favorite cards in this deck. Hand traps, 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 3 Imperm, and 1 Call By. Call By comes up sometimes, especially if I'm drawing like 3-4 extra cards. But this is kind of your standard ratio as far as like hand traps goes. So that's it for the main deck. The main deck is currently, as I mentioned in the beginning, it's like 42. Now we'll go to the extra deck. Ignore the tokens. For the Plunder, we have 3 copies of Blackbeard. For your tag out the switch, your 2 Liz for your monster negation, and to special summon a Plunder from hand or field. 2 Mork for discard to banish, and you get to detach 1 to protect your monsters from being destroyed by battle. 1 Yord for recursion and for a free summon out your hand if your opponent would special summon. 1 Brand for a spell and trap banish, and giving all your other fiends 500 attack. For Runick, 2 Hugin and 2 Gary. And then for non-engine, I run 1 Coral Dragon and 1 Baron de Fleur. I can make Baron easy, make Coral Dragon, and then recur back a level 4, and then just go into Baron for that negation. So, yeah. For your side deck, I run 3 copies of Nibiru. It's going into a lot of combo decks these lately, especially like sometimes the Nibiru works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's there, and just in case, if it slows you down, it slows you down. I decided to side in 3 different attributed kaijus, because as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, if it's like a straight format like water or fire format or fire decks I'm going up against, this deck is a hit or miss depending on what they have, and I need a way to change my opponent's monster's attributes to what I want. So not only the fact that Booty can do it, but the kaijus can do it as well. Especially I got 1 dark, 1 earth, 1 light, the ones that I actually play the most out of my extra deck. So that's why the kaijus are in there. 3 dark rulers. I want to change those. As I said, this deck doesn't really do a lot of attacking, but if I could, I would like to change this to 2 thrust and 2 talents and a thrust, because the thrust can search for DD Dynamite during like the late game, and I could just kill you on your standby phase off of just DD Dynamite. But 3 Dark Rulers, 1 Harpies, 2 Lightning Storm, and 3 copies of Evenly Matched. I apologize for the glare, but yeah, this is the side deck for the deck. Enemy control, like honorable mentions. Enemy Controller was a card that I thought I would put in here, but I feel like if I want to add Enemy Controller, I would run Plunder more aggressively than defense. Even though that it works super well tributing using Enemy Controller to tribute off like Whitebeard. Sorry that the glare is so horrible. Like tribute off of Whitebeard, and Whitebeard will just get me a free Plunder from my deck. That way I just have 2 bodies and maybe link them off into like Blackbeard or something. Or I could just do on my opponent's turn, tag out with Whitebeard, tag out with Redbeard. There's a lot of different ways to kind of go with this deck. I have been mentioned in the comments, try the Labyrinth engine. I haven't really thought of it, but I know there's different ways you could play Plunder. But as of right now, the decks as it is, I really hope in the future it gets more support. It needs it. It's so good. It's super, super fun. It's casual. Not a lot of people expect Plunder. But it's something that I really enjoy. The one thing I have an issue with this deck is that I wish that it had another attribute for an extra deck monster like Wind, because we need one. Have the Wind something busted, but yeah, so that is the deck profile for Runick Plunder. I'll be going, me and a buddy of mine are going to YCS Raleigh in 12 days. If you see me, give me a shout out, say hi. That's pretty, that's decent. Going second. Freezing Curses, Destruction, Flash and Fire. That's pretty good. An interruption. What my draw 3 would have been: Curses, Ash, and Flash and Fire. But yeah. So thank you guys for doing the subscribers and supports. I'll be doing more deck profiles in the future. Post Legacy of Destruction that comes out this month, I'll be doing an updated deck profile on 3 of my decks already getting support. Goblin Bikers, Gold Pride, and my Voiceless Voice deck is getting support. So I'm super, super excited. So stay tuned for those deck profiles once the set release. But until then, you guys stay blessed, stay safe, and have a great Sunday. Thank you.